What's up YouTube, Leon here, back again with more Hitman Blood Money and some mental health chats. This time we've got Murder of Crows. Can be a bit of a tricky one this. Multiple targets, diamond briefcase, one target can be in a different place. If you set it up right though, it can be quite straightforward. Just good chance I'll probably make it unnecessarily tricky. And yeah, and then mental health wise, just want to expand on last time, which was one aspect, which is mindfulness. So I'll go through that with the gameplay.
So you didn't get it?
It was quite a blow. That witness possessed information about the Ortmeyer files, or their location.
Ortmeyer files?
Dr. Ortmeyer ran an underground cloning lab in Romania. We raided it as soon as we learned.
For someone who doesn't like clones,
they'd ransacked the place.
all of his guards look like 47, and they all look exactly the same.
Ortmeyer. But that was the least of our concerns.
And none of them have got his haircut.
We did find some papers later.
Yeah.
Enough to prove that Dr. Ortmeyer created Mr. 47. No one else has successfully created a Class 1 human clone. Dr. Ortmeyer literally wrote the book.
And somebody stole it.
Not just somebody. Where's the nurse?
Whoa.
Sorry. I don't like being dependent. Something as simple as lighting a damn cigar, it's just... I apologize. Could you...
Of course. So, who stole the research?
We found a surveillance tape. It clearly showed Mr. 47 killing the guards and snapping poor Dr. Ortmeyer's neck.
So 47 wanted to build his own clones?
More likely, he wanted to sell the research to the highest bidder. It lit a fire under everyone's asses. We threw everything we had at him. It's all there.
There's Diana. Or is it?
Hello, 47. The American Secretary of the Interior is being targeted for assassination at today's Mardi Gras parade. We're not sure.
So we've got Mark Pariah,
but our client wants you to prevent it by taking out
Raymond Kalinsky,
There are three.
and Angelina Mason.
Mark Pariah Jr. Associate
I think with this, we'll just take a silver baller, standard equipment, and
Mason is probably just
I think that'll probably be
They're romantically involved
Be
and
it.
mentally unstable, so expect a
So that Gadget in red's got the diamond briefcase that we need to get. We need to get his disguise, but we're not gonna go to him straight away.
There's the handoff.
The first thing we're gonna do is gonna take out. I think is it Kalinsky, the female target. She ends up being spawns in here. Nice legs. There she is. Now hopefully. Oh, you. So first target, Angelina. Always spawns in the same place. Small window of opportunity to take advantage of here. If we make our way around. There we go. Now, hopefully. Right, drop it there. Pick up that walkie-talkie. Now I'm going to make a save, and I would advise to do so, because that can be quite a tricky maneuver to pull off. With us having 2 more targets, just worthwhile. So now the next thing to do is to find the guy with the diamond briefcase. Now he's easy to pick out because he's the only one who's wearing red. Usually he comes out and he walks down this way, and as you can see, there he is. Now when he follows this route, he'll go inside. He should.
No one has to get hurt here.
Now you have to be a bit swift because 2 people do come through this way. So we want the diamond briefcase. Right. So now we need to go to drop the briefcase off and take that to Kalinsky. Not Kalinsky, Mark Pariah. And that gives us an opportunity to take him out. And whilst we're heading over that way, we'll just take a nice little stroll through Mardi Gras, although there is a sense of urgency. So we need to take out... We need to make sure that the presidential candidate doesn't get taken out. But we can just briefly talk about mindfulness. Now I mentioned that in the last video, and just wanted to expand on it really because it's quite an interesting thought process, especially when you're dealing with stress or anxiety. You have those intrusive thoughts, and just how to cope with those. I mean, a lot of people will do things like yoga, like meditative yoga, or even just meditate really. And I think for a lot of people it just sounds a bit, I don't know, just not for them. And I understand that it's that those sorts of things aren't really for me. But you know, practicing, you know, like sort of ridding yourself really, well, understanding your thoughts really, I think is quite an important factor. Now this guy here, he's going to hang around a bit. He's going to tell us to go away. He's then going to go back to that door, turns round, and then he's going to then make his way, which gives us an opportunity to strangle him. And then we need to dump him in this body. So yeah, so really your thoughts, you know, you can have good ones, bad ones, but if you're definitely going through some periods of stress, anxiety, you know, you need to realise that a lot of those thoughts aren't necessarily, well, they're just thoughts at the end of the day. You know, it doesn't, we'll just wait here for him to come in. Then we can knock him out. And then take his disguise. But yeah, they're just thoughts. You know, and I think a lot of the time those thoughts can be pretty damning though. They can have a really, you know, a big impact and on a number of factors, your self-worth being one of them, and you know, like how you're progressing in the day, the week, the month, the year, just your life. They can just have a big impact, and it's just realizing that when you're having those thoughts, although it's very hard to do, is that they are just thoughts. They don't actually define you, or aspects about you. Now, one thing to know, to leave with that briefcase, you need to be in that disguise. If you try to leave with anything else on, you're going to get shot, and that spoils it, doesn't it? I think what we'll do, we'll just chuck in a cheeky save. I actually haven't paid attention as to where there really says it. Something about feathers I overheard on the radio. So now the last target is waiting with a sniper rifle. Wonder, is it on the map? Ah, yeah, it is there. So there he is there. Where there? So we need to be at the blues bar. So yeah, they're just thoughts, but it's easier said than done. Than just, you know, than just telling yourself. One thing that I like to do, as I've mentioned time and time again, is I like to do some form of exercise. Now, it doesn't have to be exercise, but it's just, I use it as a really good opportunity to clear my thoughts and really just appreciate the moment that I'm in. And running for me is one of those things, because you really don't have a great deal of time to think about anything else. Now, I can't remember how to get up to that guy.
2 hours later.
Aha. Straight ahead.
Hey, lovebird, what do you got under those feathers?
Well, getting through that door was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Got the briefcase there. I have a feeling that we've got the couple at the top. I think we'll chuck that up there. See if that's worked. Yes, it has. So they're going to come out of here. Going to clear that space so that we can... Yep, here they come. Hopefully. But yeah, recognising that they are just thoughts, you know, goes a long way, and it takes a great deal of practice, and it doesn't necessarily solve, you know, your stress or anxiety, but over time it helps you to realise that you're just in a period you know, maybe of anxiety, or feeling stressed or depressed about, you know, something or an aspect of your life. I think I'm out of that. Get up here. Up on. So there he is. mod. I made that a lot harder than it needed to be. I mean, I literally was shooting at his head. Now, what I am going to do is just save it again, because I have a feeling getting out of here might cause some issues. So a lot of people, in order to center themselves, say, will do things like yoga or meditation, as I'd mentioned, and it's not for everyone. And it's certainly not something that I can do. I do yoga, but I do that to be, well, just to be able to be a bit more nimble, really. Stop me from seizing up. So what I like to do is I like to go running, because, I mean, you get the endorphins after you feel great, but whilst you're running, it's an opportunity to really have a clearer mind. And if anything does start to come in whilst you're doing it, because you're doing something that's, you know, a great deal of exertion, you're putting your body through its paces, you know, you feel, well, it's easier to brush those thoughts off. I mean, other good opportunities to do stuff like that is, you know, like when you say, walk into work, you know, or just being out and about, really, outside, and, you know, it's just, that time is about being in the now, really, and, you know, appreciating it for what it is. Those thoughts come in, it's like, well, yeah, it's, you know, I recognize what that thought is. That's anxiety. That's my mind telling me that I need to be worried about a thing, concerned, and, you know, you don't need to be. So right now we've 3 targets, we've got the briefcase, but what we do need is we need to get the suit. Don't need to be putting mines in. Or briefcase in the middle of the street, that will not go down well. Now, does anyone look like they're gonna walk? It's a bit of a nightmare, this map, because when people literally just start to walk in, you don't see them on a path. Take a chance. Pick up the briefcase. And then we can work our way to the exit. But yeah, I think it's just like, you know, taking some time in your day, not every day, but I mean, if you can, that would be amazing. And just, when those thoughts are coming in, taking, you know, stock of what they are and placing them in the right boxes. You know, the negative, the positive, and, you know, day by day, it's kind of a good way of being able to knock the bad ones away. Focus on the positive ones, and, you know, and you just find an activity that you can couple that with, and I think it's just a small little notch that you can have towards just having a healthier mind. Let's see if we've got this silent assassin, and we've got no witnesses. We've got our 3 kills. Bit disappointed on the shots fired there. 3 with only 1 hitting. But still, we've got that silent assassin. Just do the little silent assassin dance. Yep. And then we can read the paper. So again, silent assassin wanted by police. Blood money is involved, or at least suspected. We've got vampires in bad taste. 2006. Was what you call it out? What was the name of that? Twilight. Is Twilight out then? That's bad taste. The drinking deaths in Mardi Gras is down. Violence spurs cloning support for the riverboat trips. We'll be visiting that boat very soon. Saying a lot of this, man. And we've got the quote of the day. I enjoyed the last quote of the day. Now I have opinions of my own. Strong opinions. But I don't always agree with them. George Bush. Fantastic. Right then, so that's the Murder of Crows done. Silent Assassin. Had to rely on some saves. But yeah, done, dusted. And we're on to You Better Watch Out, which is a father and son contract. I've got to get a videotape with some very damaging footage on there. There's a pesky dog, which we'll need a sausage for. But yeah, they've got some ways of doing that involves an accident, takes out more than the target. That's a good one. Also as well, just covered a bit on mindfulness, waffled on Levy's, but like, you know, just to kind of sum that up, you know, we all have thoughts, some good, some bad, but it's a, you know, really good positive practice just to take some time in the day to really, you know, put those thoughts into place. If you allow them to continue to keep on manifesting, they are just thoughts, and you know, they do more harm than good. You know, like I like to, as I mentioned, just take some time, whether it be, you know, going for a run, or, you know, say like walking, or even just, you know, sitting in a quiet place. Don't do that very often, and really just to, you know, as those thoughts come in, just to put them in their place, really, as to what they are, as they are just thoughts, and they don't define you, they don't control you. And, you know, like over time, if you just give yourself the time to do that, you know, you'll see an improvement. It's just figuring out a way of doing that works best for you. As always, I'll put information in the description. So on that, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching any of my previous videos, commenting, sharing and liking. And if you could do so again with this, that would be amazing. And have a great day.